Yep, I'm doing it. I'm just going right into it. I'm just going right into this next one because the inertia is already there, as well as the book. It's right in front of me, so let's read it. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? You know what they say. Don't burn the book. Oh no, I burned the book. No, I didn't burn the book. You thought I did. I didn't. Oh yeah. Fabulous. Fabulous. So, here we are again. Monday evening. Well, that's when it is for me. It's a beautiful evening. Clear skies. Stars shining. Moon. It's out there. It is. Alright, so anyway, that's enough of that. Enough delay, enough of that all lollygagging. Instead, let's get book reading. Welcome. You know who it is, you know what time it is. We're here with Ophiel and Jay about to bring you more art and practice of the occult. Yeah, we really have been learning all kinds of things about this art and practice, have we not? Yes, we have. All kinds of things, wonderful things, terrifying things. Well, no, not really. Anybody terrified? Not me. Tell you what, I'm more terrified of continuing to let these forces have their way with me. I've already been doing that. I've already been doing that in life. I'm sure you've already been doing that too. And if you, like so many other people here on the beautiful, glorious green Mother Earth, are struggling with such things, well, you found the answer here. You found the answer you've long been looking for. Now let's get into chapter 11 of this answer, which provides us with more ritual knowledge. Be sure to hit that like, share, and sub on the way in. Be sure to blow your mom a kiss, blow your father a kiss, wherever they may be. I love you both. Thank you for this beautiful life. Now, the final form of the ritual, as I said previously, I would give toward the end of the book, the complete form of the ritual. Now I find, upon re-examination, I gave a pretty good complete form of the ritual in my second book, The Art and Practice of Getting Material Things Through Creative Visualization without, however, giving the main background for the reason for the ritual, which background I give and you now have in this book, and which will, I trust, give complete understanding to your future ritual actions. Ooh, Ophiel might be giving us a little sauce. As you know, you start your ritual twice a day is real good by thinking of and in terms of a circle. The most outstanding thing about a circle is that it has no end and no beginning. It's flat, it's a circle. Who knows that movie? Who knows that movie? Your love cannot end because it's not a square, it has no edge, it's a circle, never ends, never ends. Oh, what is it? Who is it? Why can't I think of that dude's name? I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Was that one? Was that the movie? I think it was. And that dude, Rob Schneider, I think. Yeah, because I can picture all them guys. I can picture Sandler and Schneider and all them, and they're having the fake marriage, and he's doing the whole, because he's talking about the wedding ring. It's a circle. Your love. It's a symbol of your love. It never ends. Okay, anyway. I digress. Somewhere out there, some great first cause drew a circle, and thus all the universe creation began. The first galactic movement for. As you know, a circle is the/a symbol of movement ability. And so for the first galactic movement, nothing else could be a symbol but a circle. So your imagined circle for your ritual is in direct connected relation to the first gigantic creation circle. I trust you make feel a connection. Also, your ritual circle is the representation of the last Sephiroth of the elemental quarters of air, fire, water, and earth, boiled down to the bottom, earth bottom. You start your ritual by stepping into the circle and facing the quarter of the physical east, which is, as you know, the physical symbol of the quarter of the elemental element of air. The ritual circle is divided into 4 sections or quarters, as you already know. You should, at this point, be imagining the lines making up these sections as you do your work. They would correspond to northeast and southeast, and northwest and southwest. You may do this, but it is of no vital importance. You start your ritual by making a 5-pointed star, 1 star starting at the top, or another star starting at the bottom. The 5-pointed star is a symbol of man, a complete physical psyche man. The points of the 5-pointed star represent the elemental forces which go into the makeup of a man. Man has all the 5 elemental forces in him. There are many kinds of stars, all the way from a 3-pointed star, Benz, Mercedes, up to a 12-pointed star, which I forget what it means. Usually it's zodiac. And then probably more points which become a rayed sun. The only 2 stars we are concerned with here in this book are the 5-pointed star and the 6-pointed star. You know, remember what the 6-pointed star is the 2 is. You know, remember what the 6-pointed star is. The 2 alchemical triangles of fire and water interlaced. You should have made one, and you also must have remembered what I said at the time about it. The 6-pointed star is the balanced merging of fire and water. In using the 2 different 5-pointed stars in your ritual work, you are affirming the manhood of yourself, and the 2 different stars indicate your power to choose your own direction to your own lifelong affairs of this physical life. Hey, honey. Come here. Come here. Come on. Oh, you want some of these, huh? All right. The words used for this elemental quarter of air are Yod, He, Vav, He, which is, as you know, symbolic of the 4 divisions of the tree of life, of which the word Yod is the symbol of the first division. You are to visualize a steel dagger in your hand as you make the stars. A dagger is a small sword. The sword is the symbol of the elemental force of air. The idea behind the sword symbol is that of movement, cutting, if necessary, through all opposition. The main idea being that idea of movement action, which is used in forming the stars of all the quarters. It is represented by the by the dagger of steel. Steel being hard enough, metal, ruled by Mars, fire, expansion of expansion, to be able to withstand the hard usage pressure required to do the necessary work in/to this physical world. The medium material, as it were, of the transfer of the inner forces to this outer plane, and over all symbolized by you performing this ritual. That'll help a bit, I think, right there. Okay. Yeah. If he doesn't explain how to do since he's saying visualize a dagger in your hand, what you want to do is what's known as the sword mudra. So if he doesn't explain that, then I will for you. But let's see if he doesn't. To proceed, after you have made a 5-pointed star according to the time of the day or night, you then stab the center of the star and pronounce the words for that quarter, which in this case is Yod He Vav He. After this, you look in your imagination into and through the center of the star and endeavor to see a scene in each star. In the case of this elemental quarter of the east, the scene you imagine is a rosy dawn pink clouds moving gently about and billowing gently into many different rounded shapes. A soft, cool breeze is coming from these clouds, comes through the center of the star, and hits you on the surface of your face. Each quarter will have a wind of its own. Each of these winds has a name, and you were told before, and you will relearn these names as we come to these quarters. This wind name section comes from the Greek mysteries, as I said, but fits beautifully into the system of the Kabbalah. Also, consult your Gaily on the section on the winds. To repeat, the name of the east wind is Eurus. When you are drawing out the east wind from the inside of the star, you are to act as if the wind was a person, godlike creature, and you are to call him out. Don't get any idea like worship. You command him, not he you. You control him, not he you. So no question of worship is involved. To proceed, view the scene of the rosy clouds and feel the east wind on your face until you are satisfied. Then erase the scene from your mind image, and each in turn, and turn to the south for the south quarter scene. The sacred word for the elemental quarter of the south is Adonai. There is much puzzlement about how to pronounce or speak these sacred words. At first, speak them, pronounce them in a loud, clear, resonant voice tone, and then later, as you become more adept and understand what you are doing, you can sing the sacred words, which is surely vibrating them. You can speak the word before you make the star, but if it suits you, you can speak the sacred word into the star. The procedure is then the same as before. Follow the ritual in the other parts as given in detail on pages 20-22 of my book, The Art and Practice of Getting Material Things Through Creative Visualization. The scene through the center of the star in the south quarter is a tropical island scene. Warm blue sea waters dashing on coral reefs. Beyond the coral reefs lie long white sand beaches. And beyond the beaches, many palm trees sway gently in the hot tropical wind. Feel this hot wind coming out from the star and pouring into you through and through, and warming you through and through. The name of this south wind is Notice. So name him and call him out. That sounds like a cozy place to be right about now. Okay. In my first book, The Art and Practice of Astral Projection, under the fourth projection system, I gave a technique of projecting into a mental picture. In all these imagined scenes, in each of the stars, you can attempt to project yourself into the scene you are picturing. Ride on a pink cloud, stroll on a sandy beach, and in the 2 more quarters to come, I'll tell you what to do in them when we consider them in turn. After you are through with the elemental quarter of the south, turn to the elemental quarter of the west. The sacred word for the west elemental quarter is Ehe, Ehiye. The scene I suggest for here is a beautiful waterfall tumbling over a high cliff and dashing on rocks below at your feet, sending up clouds of mist and spray. Here you feel wind and wetness through. And through. The name of this west wind is Zephyrus. So name him and call him out. I often hop into the scene and stand on one of the rocks under the waterfall. Try it. When through with the west, erase it. Continue on around to the quarter of the elemental quarter of elemental earth. The sacred name for the elemental quarter of the north is Agala. In all ways, the elemental north quarter of earth is of most importance to us living, as we do almost all our conscious time on the physical earth plane. Keep in mind again, constantly, that we do not mean the North Pole of the physical earth. All good material things come to us through the quarter of the elemental north. And of course, beyond the elemental quarter of the north, through the other elemental forces before the north. Note, the full directions is given in the book referred to. Creative visualization. Following these directions should work wonders for you and your physical plane existence as aforesaid. As said before, many times and in many different ways, all that exists, all that the physical plane world existence consists of is your cognizance of the effects on you of the 4 elemental forces and their universal fifth. There is nothing else to physical existence. And when you learn to manipulate these forces, you've got it made physically. All the magic, all the witchcraft, all the god stuff, and all the devil stuff, and all the witch doctor stuff you have ever heard about is nothing, I repeat, nothing but the effect of the elemental forces, whether automatic or consciously worked. These forces work automatically until they are taken over by some strong-willed person. Other things besides will enter into it, and then they work for him. Of course, it is self-evident that millions of people work only the physical plane, which is still part of elemental earth force working, and do achieve results of a sort. But the supreme results come from working all the elemental forces at once. Best when done consciously, but next best when mental ideas of expansion, fire, and contractions, water, and movement, air, and final results, earth, are worked mentally by some man or woman with a drive, which word covers the whole matter. So please record the above and keep it in mind at all times. The personal applications of this above doctrine, creed, theory, dogma, tenet, is the sole basis for action/success on the illusionary physical plane. Use the above described elemental actions as much as you can consciously, as even a little use works wonders in your life end. To return to the ritual, all the forces coming through to the outer physical plane end in the north quarter of the earth. Therefore, earth is the great end storehouse of all forces, which forces are all things. Therefore, you and all others will find them in the earth. All the physical things you need and are looking for to make you happy. So, therefore, when you visualize the elemental north quarter of Earth through the blue flame star and speak the sacred word, you first visualize before you vast fields of ripened wheat and vast fields of ripened corn and other cereals. Beyond the fields are vast orchids. Orchards. Orchards. Of fruit trees, loaded with all kinds of fruits. Beyond the orchards stretch great areas of grasses on which graze great herds of animals. Beyond the herds of animals start forests of trees, and beyond the forests are snow-covered mountains. And these mountains are full of minerals which we use in our daily lives, and the mountain tops are covered with snow and ice. The melting of this snow and ice makes an abundance of water which flows down to water and nourishes the living, growing things below. All in peace and plenty, full of all things you need to make a full and happy physical life for yourself. This is the scene you should/must see through the flaming blue star of the north elemental quarter of the elemental earth. You can and should, as I said and will repeat, project yourself into these 4 pictures you visualize in these 4 flaming stars. In the east star, you can enter the picture of the rose-tinted dawn clouds and bed yourself down in a cloud and ride around for a while. However, project yourself in and come out by actual visual, metaphysical, physical movements of entering and leaving. Do not stop, abrupt, and suddenly return in a physical-like manner when you are moving metaphysically ever. I am becoming more and more convinced that I will have to write a complete small book on this ritual, as it is becoming more and more evident to me that the ritual is of great importance in occult work, and more additions are coming to light all the time. I will try to get this out as quickly as I can. And now, back to the ritual where we left off. The name of the north wind is Boris, your best friend, so name him, call him out. Feel his cool breeze on your face. When you have finished working with the quarter of the elemental north, continue the flame circle on around back to the elemental quarter of the east, where you started. You should then be completely surrounded by a circle of blue flames with a blue star at each elemental quarter and a scene inside each star. And all going at once. Try standing in the middle of this scene and holding it as long as you care to or can. When you are through, close down the ritual by the following. Repeat the Kabbalistic cross exercise, followed by these words and actions. You are facing east. Throw out your arms in the shape of an equal arm cross and say, before me is Raphael, behind me is Gabriel, on my right hand is Michael, and on my left hand is Uriel. Before me flames the pentagram, and behind me shines the six-rayed star. Check the ritual as given in my first 2 books and note any differences. Incorporate all the additions into your ritual work and do this with the work to come. Watch for new book. Well, we're watching. Cool. We did it. Chapter 11. It's done. It's a done deal. Ooh. Okay. So, 11 chapters down, 1 more to go. 12 chapters total in this book. This one here will be Occult books and final. Yeah, it looks like Ophiel's gonna ream. I think he's gonna ream into some of them. Talking about some of them are just a whole bunch of hoopla, which is true. We're gonna suggest some that aren't a bunch of hoopla, which will be very useful. Thank you. And then whatever else he's got that he would like for us to take into consideration. And we will. We certainly will, Ophiel. Thank you. Thank you for all you've done for us up to this point. We've really triumphed because of you. So thank you. If not for you, well, who knows where we'd be. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it too long. It's giving me the creeps. Okay. We've been bogged down too long, you guys. We don't want that any longer. No, we don't. So, when Ophiel comes to you, make sure you leave out milk and cookies for him. Or peaches. He likes peaches, so leave peaches out for him. Whatever type of peach you think he might like most, leave it out for him. He probably won't say no. Ophiel, much respect, much love. All of you, much respect, much love. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. It's me, you know who, Jay Baldell, ready to sign off. We've had another day, 3-1. That's a good way to kick off the week, because it's Monday. Even if you don't happen upon these, when it's a Monday, guess what? I did. Not only did I happen upon them, I stood on them, baby. Stood on principle. You know how it is. S.O.P. Shout out my Gnosis. Much love to you, bro. Seriously. He's so great. What a wonderful person. Alright, just like all of you. All of you really are. Or else you wouldn't be here. Because me and my squad, we only mess with lovers. And one thing we love is to rest after a hard day's work, which is what I've done and why I am now leaving. Love you all. Sweet dreams. Pleasant week ahead. Like, share, and subscribe. That's what I was looking for. I knew there was something there, and I was gonna get it. Bye.